Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Talk Assassin's Creed, your number one podcast for all things Assassin's Creed. So this is an unusual one, because usually it's one podcast on a Saturday, that's it, you don't hear from me for a week, unless you're listening to my social media. Now the reason why I'm doing today's episode, sorry for the cough, is I've moved host. I'm now on Anchor, but you can still find me on my usual sites, Spotify and Google Play, and a few new ones that Anchor is now providing. Sorry again. Now I am a bit worried because I've transitioned my RSS feed across that some of my audience might miss out, so I'm kind of worried about that. But today's episode is just kind of a one-off, this is where we're at, because I ended yesterday's episode on the cliffhanger that I don't know if Let's Talk Assassin's Creed was going to be finished because Spreaker had run out of space. And I didn't feel comfortable as a host deleting episodes. Now I know they're backed up on YouTube for future use, and I'll try and do that with Anchor, but I wasn't comfortable saying, you know what guys, to keep doing Spreaker I'm going to have to delete 5 or 6 episodes. If you've just found me, you're going to be losing out on 5 or 6 episodes. And especially if you don't know how my show works, and that wasn't fair. So what I decided was for a friend called Visions of the Past, which is a lore podcast from Assassin's Creed, which I've worked plenty of times with through scripts, through off-screen, off-mic chatting. He pointed out Anchor because he uses it, and I thought, let's explore Anchor. This is where we are today. So I realise this isn't about Assassin's Creed, which I do apologise, but it's a nice short message to the fans that new and old. If you're new and you find me on Anchor, welcome. My name is Declan. I will be your host of weekly episodes where I deliver you lore, facts, discussions, and possible theories that I've come up with along with friends. Using Anchor's new system of recording voices, I would love to now doing more verbal collaborations instead of script collaborations. So please, there's a message function on here which I didn't know, so please come message me. We can talk about things, we can set it up. We'll have a collaboration soon, but I'm going to keep my nose with that one. Also, I don't know how Anchor works with distribution, so I'm hoping everyone can get this at the right time, but I want to thank everyone that's sticking by the podcast for all these changes, and if everything doesn't work out, I might have to go back to Spreaker, which I really do not want to do, so I'm hoping Anchor's going to be the way forward. So let's just keep it short and simple. We're not going to do a full 15-minute episode. It's just a short, sweet, explain what's happening and the new direction. So what happens now? Well, like the Assassin's Creed, I can never die. The podcast will never disappear. I'll always be here to the very end. So now we're on Anchor, new steps forward. Slightly longer podcast because I have more freedom than 15 minutes, so shows will not be rushed. People can now talk to me. If you just want to come, chill, chat, do lore discussions, message me, please. I'm never going to say no. That's the whole thing. You never get a no from me, you'll get a yes, and we'll discuss time zones wherever possible, but we'll always seek to work with you, the community. I would love you as well to check out the Let's Talk Assassin's Creed community on Facebook that I run as myself and my page, so I can talk to you more, interact more, and have some fun. I am going to be discussing next week's episode on Saturday a bit more about time zones and how will we ever get to a point where time zones will run out. But I might not do that because there's a lot of little scripts living around. I've got 3 in front of me. That one. The other one is Adam and Eve. I want to discuss more about Adam and Eve and their 10-year revolution with the Isu, and maybe we could actually dive into little details. Maybe are they real? Is their ideology that's what birthed the original idea for the Assassins? Could we have a fully fledged game as them? And what would you expect? And the last one that I'd like to discuss is new directions for Assassin's Creed. Should they stick with what they did in Origins, or should they evolve further than they have done in Odyssey? So 3 scripts, please message me if you want to know which ones you would like to hear. I'm excited for everything, and I just really want to give everybody a big welcome. Welcome to Let's Talk Assassin's Creed. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy the ride, and I hope to contribute with you more. And this is just a short episode to say welcome and a new direction that I am taking. Well, thank you all for listening, and I'll be back to my usual broadcasting on Saturday with one of the 3 ideas that I've come up with because I'm buzzing with information. Thank you all.